Talking politics, Executive Chairman of Alimosho Local Government, Jelili Sulaiman, held monthly stakeholders meeting with youth, charging them to be progressive. The aim of the forum is to foster youth involvement in the development projects within the local government area, highlighting the various projects executed so far and the benefit to the youth of Alimosho and its environs. The chairman of the Alimosho Youth Empowerment, Samuel Olontola, emphasized the importance of youth participation in local activities as he urged young people to be more proactive in engaging with government initiatives.
The meeting comprised of just the youth alone as a constituent, and I think that's the best thing we can do to this community to bring about good vices and to reduce every form of crime or social vices in the local government. Now, engaging the youth is a plus to us. It's one of its kind in Lagos State.
My advice to the youth in Alimosho is that this is an avenue now, and our chairman has made it known to us that is committed to the youth of Alimosho.
I've known Honorable Jelili for more than, let me say, 8 years now, when he was a councillor, and he has always been a good man. He has stand on the reputation. He built the reputation very well. Since he's a youth, he can relate with we the youth. He understands our feelings. He knows where we lack, and he wants us to improve more.
He is full of wisdom, and what he has done in Alimosho, I don't think any other chairman that have been there have done that.
To education, the House of Representatives Committee on Federal Polytechnics and Higher Technical Education has wrapped up its inspection of federal polytechnics across the Southwest. At the forefront of discussions is a call for enhanced recognition of polytechnic qualifications, led by the Rector of Yaba College of Technology, Ibrahim Abdul. Dr. Abdul expressed concerns over the continued use of the Higher National Diploma Certificate, which he says has long been regarded as inferior to university degrees.
The only hindrance we will have with our products is that they are being discriminated against because they hold a degree that the community is not taking, playing good, being marginalized, let me call it. Why not make it to award B-Tech, B-Engine, instead of HND that is loathed outside?
We will be pleading that the government should increase our subvention, capital overhead, as well as personnel, so that we can have enough manpower, we can have enough infrastructural facilities, we can have laboratory equipment. Polytechnic education is about skills, it's about innovation, it's about skills acquisition. And of course, without proper funding, where are we going to get the equipment?
You could be rest assured that this committee was bettered on having a partnership and working hand in gloves with all institutions, trying to make the Polytechnic community better, work on things that we find absorbed, and things that we think that comes to us as marginalization in the Polytechnic community.
Now to health matters. The United Nations Children Fund is calling on governors in the Northeast to strengthen the primary healthcare system and intensify the immunization of children against killer diseases. UNICEF Chief Bauchi Field Office Dr. Nazat Rafik says Taraba State Government is doing well on child immunization. Senior reporter Olabi Adenise Faldin. This report.
Poverty and negative social practices have been identified as major hindrances to zero dose of immunization in the Northeast. This has heightened the concern of UNICEF in recent times. Speaking at this event, the Chief Bauchi Field Office in her presentation explains how hygiene and immunization can heal and prevent the spread of diseases.
In Nigeria, more than 1,000 mothers out of every 100,000, they die because they don't get appropriate pregnancy care and delivery care. So this is a huge number when you will see out of total population. How many women dying every day, every hour, every minute?
Meanwhile, the authority of Taraba State Primary Health Care, in an interview with TVC News, says the state government achieved the feat through UNICEF Gavi Mama to Mama initiative.
By and large, this MOU has given Taraba State a platform where we've had a very good, we have a very good coverage. And how do these vaccines also get to communities? This MOU, we have from outside, if you go outside, we see 3 Helios vehicles that was purchased by UNICEF through this MOU is meant to convey vaccines for vaccines push from the state capital, from the state called store to various local government and even down to facilities.
These group are members of Mama to Mama members in Gombe and Taraba State, and they share their challenges with TVC News.
Mama to Mama has been successfully because initially, before the women don't come to the clinic, but now we have almost about out of 100%, we have about up to 85 to 90% women that visit the clinic for the ANC and for immunization of their children and for treatment.
It is believed that with good policies and investment in health, more children's lives will be saved in Nigeria.
And now to Bayelsa, where the state government has reassured that it would end the current blackout across the state as repairs to vandalized electricity towers reach advanced stages. This is coming days after the expiration of a deadline by the Transmission Company of Nigeria. Joseph Kunde has the details.
I'm sure it won't extend more than 6 weeks, we promise.
This was the estimated time frame given by the Transmission Company of Nigeria for power to return to the Bayelsa state capital after a meeting with the Deputy Governor Lawrence Erujakbo last month. Over 3 weeks after, a visit to some of the affected towers along the East-West Road revealed advanced work on most of the towers with reconnection of the high-tension cables ongoing.
For this other sector, I can guarantee that before even the 6 weeks complete, they will be able to erect and string their lines. The other ones are not as efficient as this team, so they are also willing to partner with the other people that are not too efficient to ensure that they deliver their own part of the job.
From the interaction with the contractor on ground here, within 10 days he was able to erect 2 towers. And he has promised that within another 10 days he will be able to fix the other 2. I have confirmed that they're actually working. And I want to encourage all of us to be patient. It is not easy that the state is in darkness.
But during the monthly transparency briefing held at the Treasury House in Yenagoa, the Commissioner of Information also emphasized the commitment of the state governments to generate electricity in Bayelsa State.
We have our own law, electricity law, that will enable us, that is a legal instrument, and that is what we are going to use to process our own independent electricity supply in the state. So already the Commissioner for Power has started engagement with companies, private investors, and the government is also discussing with Shell and other IOCs that will give us the gas. So the process is on, but it is a longer process. It's not something you can just get at a jiffy, but we are on it.
Despite the challenges to return power to the state capital, the government believes it will not take beyond the stipulated time frame by the Transmission Company of Nigeria. Joseph Kunde, TVC News, Yenagoa.